Okay. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys have missed us because we've missed you. I know you've missed your so-alongs. We apologize. But I hope some of you have spent some time on our new website. That has been where all the energy has gone 24/7, 7 days a week for quite some time now. Still a few little bugs to work out, but it's starting to move very smoothly thanks to all the fabulous people here at Burnley and Trowbridge. And we are starting to get it all together so that we can get back on track and start making content and finding new product for you and all those wonderful things that you like for us to do. So I'm here today because we are going to be making caps. We promised you that we would dress you from toe to top. So this is the last part of our little sew along series that we put together to help you through your quarantine. And this will give you a cap to wear on top of your head and will complete your 18th century ensemble. If you choose to build stays, which some of you came to CocoVid, was that last weekend? I am so lost. Last weekend, and we did a little stays live for you to talk about kind of getting ready for stays, etc. And some of you have written us with personal questions, which we've answered, and we're happy to help as best we can. And we will eventually do something for you on stays, most likely with Miss Christina, who has a lot of experience with stays. But meanwhile, you're getting all the other pieces and parts, and this is the last part. And you can see here I've got one of our caps. What we're planning on doing for you is providing you with a pattern that will allow you to make two styles of caps. Both of these caps are super common. They can be worn early and later. We're talking 18th century. But they're both very similar in their construction, but a little bit different in their appearance. Now, the first one I have is this one, which has a really pretty kind of curved band to it and a ruffle. And Miss Brooke patterned this one. It's real simple. And you'll see, I think, I haven't, I'll be honest, I haven't looked specifically, but I think American Duchess has sort of a similar idea, but a more over the top cap. This is, we're giving you the pattern for an everyday cap. You can do more with it. It's a basic shape. You can make a bigger caul. You can add an extra ruffle. You can do lots of things with it, but this is your basic shape. And this one is made out of our linen. You did this out of our linen cambric, right?
Yes, I did that out of the cambric.
Yeah. And so this one is this shape, and then let's see.
Yeah,
Then
that's the same style of cap I've been making for years.
for
It's
years
like
and years,
my
yeah.
basic cap.
Yeah. And then this one, I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. And this one, and you can do so much with that. You can, I have it with a double ruffle. I think I've shown my double ruffle version that Nicole Rudolph made for me years ago. Um, then we've got this one, which you could call a lappet cap because it's got these little triangular pieces that come down. And these pieces here can go under the chin with a ribbon, so you can do something like that. Or they can hang loose. It can be, your caul can be loosened up so that it comes forward more. So you get this type of thing going on. Or like I like to wear it, is it's pulled further back. And so you get that little triangle pointing down. Both of us chose to pleat our caps, our ruffles, but we're going to show you how to whip gather and to pleat, so you'll be able to do either one, and you see both ways. And for example, like this one, Yeah, this is the one Nicole did. Thank you for bringing that. I'll show it to you guys. This literally, you could take Brooke's cap and add another ruffle. And this is really wrinkled. Sorry, you guys. This is like one of my work caps that I wear a lot. But it's the same basic style. It just has a double ruffle. So you can do that. You can also do a ruffle that comes up here. So that comes at this part of the band. So lots and lots of things, and we'll talk about those things, during a live or as part of the video series. But we are planning on putting the first part up on a week from today at our usual 10 o'clock rollout. And we will have, I think Brooke's already done it. On our front page is a list of the materials that you might want to purchase or look for in your stash. And also, we will have a pattern for you to purchase. This will be another download pattern. Now we have a situation where we can do patterns where they're sent to you immediately with our new website. So there isn't this like delay that we had in the past. You do want to always check your spam folder just in case, but it will send you the download. But we will have a basic pattern, and it will allow you to build both of these caps. So, and that will be ready by the time we start that first video. So the list is up now. The pattern will follow. The link to the pattern will follow when we have it done, and then we'll go from there.
So we have a question. If they order today, will they get their fabric and supplies before next Friday?
They should, yeah, because hey, Christina.
What?
Shipping is really rocking right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's going okay.
Christina says it's going okay. So yeah.
Christina has been our savior because it turns out we're very complicated. And it turns out that our shipping's very complicated. And it turns out that we needed all kinds of stuff to make our shipping work. And Christina has been like working her poor little heart out and making videos for you guys. I just want you to know that, to get this site operational with the shipping. So today was kind of like a booyah day. And we literally, she according to Christina, we got caught up, which is the first time since we put the new website up. So we're really excited about that. And we hope Monday's not too crazy. But yeah, we don't foresee a big problem getting you your orders out in a timely fashion, unless you are West Coast. Now, the only thing I'm going to say, because it's been happening, is USPS, based on what's going on in the political world, is struggling. And we have discovered that some of our close by neighbors, such as Delaware, Upper Virginia, Maryland, have waited 3 or 4 days for what should have taken 1 to 2 days for them to get it. West Coast people, we've almost said, like, wait 2 weeks, and then if you don't get it, let us know, because that's how much they're delaying. With all these shutdowns where they're shutting them down and not allowing them to continue sorting, even though they've got so much more than they used to have. So anyway, that's that. So, does anyone have questions for me before we get started? I was going to show you a few things out of my personal collection.
Go ahead and start grabbing the things from your personal collection.
Okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I've got rings on, so I'm going to take those off. My hands are clean. And then I'm going to touch my antiques. And they are in an acid-free paper, and I keep them in an archival box. So I'm going to start with this one, which could be an earlier one. And I'm going to put them on my lady here. This one has been oxyed. I've not done the rest. A friend of mine did this one for me.
Can you explain again what, where you got these, or how do you start these antiques?
Yes. Actually, most of these came from one friend who scored an entire collection, and then she sold me the collection. I've since gotten a few since then, but that's where a lot of them came from. And I've never seen a collection like that since. You know, occasionally you'll get a cap, but not that often. I cannot tighten this, so I'm gonna show it to you guys, and you'll be able to see it because I cannot pull. I don't want to take the chance. This first cap is one that actually Colonial Williamsburg borrowed from me, and they did a pattern from it. I have seen this in a couple of extant caps. This added part here where you get another gathering piece. And they say very loosely 18th century. What you're going to find, other than some very distinguishing aspects to certain periods for caps, is that a lot of caps are very fluid as far as their being able to date them. And so you have to go by a lot of factors. It can be the shape, it can be the textile that's being used, it can be the thread that's being used, the tapes that are being used, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to help to possibly date it. And what you'll find if you go into museum collections, oftentimes it'll say 18th century cap, 19th century cap. And that's the only information you're going to get. I have seen caps shaped like this, and they have had 18th century written on them, but then I've seen caps that I thought were 19th century that have had this kind of shape. But it does have very much the same type of shape that our little cap we're going to build with that triangular piece there. And you can see they've added the tapes, and this happens to be really pretty because it is a drawn work on it.
Move a little closer to Angela. Sorry for the
Yeah.
shifting.
I can do that so you can see it. But it also has, they've taken the fabric and they have just folded it up to create another drawstring casing and put a small drawstring that is drawstringed from the inside, and I'll show that to you, in order to cinch it up. I don't want it, this one will not pull. I need to look at it. I don't want to stress the fabric, but it would draw it all up so that